Obama may be changing his tune a bit when it comes to bankers and the Wall Street elite, accepting at least somewhat the astronomical bonuses that some of those players have taken in at institutions that in some cases took a lot of bailout money from taxpayers. Some of those bonuses approached $20 million apiece. Listen to what the president said about this just 2 months ago.
I did not run for office to be helping out a bunch of fat cat bankers on Wall Street.
Now President Obama is saying things along these lines to Bloomberg BusinessWeek. He said, I, like most of the American people, don't begrudge people's success or wealth. That is part of the free market system. When he was asked specifically about these bonuses that were taken in by Jamie Dimon at Goldman Sachs and by Lloyd Blankfein Jamie Dimon at J.P. Morgan and Lloyd Blankfein at Goldman Sachs. Let's bring in Chip Saltzman, former campaign manager of the Mike Huckabee presidential campaign, and Bernard Whitman, former pollster for President Bill Clinton. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to see you. Bernard, let me start with you. Why the change of tune, do you think?
Well, I think clearly the president should have objected to these outrageous bonuses, particularly as it becomes more and more apparent the role that Goldman had in accelerating the financial collapse. But I think what this really underscores is the need for comprehensive financial regulatory reform to stop the reckless, irresponsible, and abusive practices that got us into this mess in the first place. The truth is, we have a mid-20th century regulatory system for a 21st century financial system.
Well, you're touching on something that I think may be, in some part at least, at the core of all this. Let me bring in Chip Saltzman. But Chip, there have been a couple of high-profile stories this week, one of which outlined a meeting between Jamie Dimon, I think it was at a bar in the D.C. area. They sat down for drinks, Jamie Dimon and John Boehner. Because Republicans are now saying, hey, Wall Street, you were very enthralled with candidate Obama, gave him lots and lots of money, and now he's turning around and vilifying you guys, calling you fat cats. Maybe it's time you sent a little money the GOP's way.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question the president's changing his tune in a big way. Bring out the big band. Look, the president raised big money from Wall Street. Then he went on an offensive to bash Wall Street, to vilify them, as you said. And then I don't think they liked it very much. And now all of a sudden he's got a complete flip-flop. Saying that they're savvy businessmen. I'm not sure how savvy it is to take hundreds of millions of dollars from the federal government and then bonus it out to your top people. I'm not sure how savvy that really is. But the president's in a tough spot here because he's managed to make now both sides mad. After criticizing Wall Street for so long, now he's kind of saying how great they are. And now he's got both sides mad at him. And I think the Republicans have a chance to get in there and get in the game on this one.
Bernard, talk to me a little bit about that, because these regulations, have upset a lot of people on Wall Street. They want to, be the engine for economic growth, and they're looking at the White House and saying, look, we supported you guys, we helped you get in there, and now you're trying to cut the legs out from underneath the way we do business. That's the way they might see it. Others might see it a very different way.
Well, look, I happen to agree with Chip. Based on recent Wall Street performance, I don't think anybody deserves a $17 million bonus. Having said that,
yeah, but wait, hold on, Bernard, because I have some numbers for you on that. Goldman Sachs net income for last year, $13.3 billion. J.P. Morgan net income, $11.7 billion. As the economy is going, these businesses took the money from the administration. Most of it came through in the Bush administration. They paid that money back with interest.
And one thing that we ought to talk about, we can get away from a bit of the cynicism here, because I do think that while these bonuses are wrong, there is value here in ratcheting down the rhetoric a notch or two. We have such a hyper-partisan environment right now in Washington, and with all the chest thumping, it makes it very difficult to get anything done. Yeah. The most important thing is to push through this financial regulatory reform, and if we can tone down the rhetoric a bit and get some dialogue to actually enact real financial protections for the American people, including a strong independent watchdog agency to ensure that these abuses that led to the collapse in the fall of 2008 don't happen again, then I certainly support that.
You know what? I think you're absolutely right. I think that is what the effort is here, to ratchet down the rhetoric, to speak a little bit more diplomatically to both sides and get them talking to each other. And maybe that's exactly what the president was trying to do here. Chip Saltzman, thank you very much for being with us. Bernard Whitman, always good to see you guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Martha.
Good to be with you.